The round table.
Gentlemen,
Aye.
let's broaden our minds.
Lay on, gentlemen, and let them know what's what. Fire at will. It's time for action, gentlemen.
Gentlemen of the round table.
What's the topic of discussion?
Civility, gentlemen. Always civility.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Roundtable Roast of Kevin Barnett. Give it up for your dais and the Toastmasters, Ed Larson and Ben Kissel.
All right, everyone. This is exciting. What should we do here? Do we bring Kevin on, or do we rib each other a little bit first? How do roasts work, Eddie?
What are you doing here? Don't you have a guillotine to pull or something?
I see. You just kind of jump
Isn't
right
there
into
like a giant axe that needs sharpening, Ben? Where's your big black hood?
Well, it's kind of...
You medieval science experiment.
Oh, I see there. It's a height thing.
Yeah.
Kind of a
Do
joke
the
about my
church bells
science.
make you deaf, or do they let you sleep in the catacombs now?
No, you're really kind of going in on me here.
Ben Kissel, huh? Ben Kissel's a big fat...
That's how you roast them.
Ben Kissel is the Hodor of comedy.
All right.
Except it's saying Hodor all the time. He says, oh, where's mine? How come I'm not next?
I hear that, Ed. I hear what you're saying, and it is hurting my feelings. That's okay, though. I feel very good. I am wearing my... I just had cheated on my wife at a 6... what? Okay, hold on. I'm wearing my... hold on. Silence. Please, that would be best.
I don't think that's the problem, Ben.
Oh, yeah, silence. I got my outfit here. I look like I'm a fella who just cheated on his wife at a Motel 6. Am I right? Kind of fun, if you think about that. You know what? Honestly, I didn't write any roast jokes. I wrote toast jokes because I thought this was to celebrate Kevin's new gay marriage. So that's kind of funny. Toast jokes, if you think about how they're different than roast jokes.
I tell you, I'd make fun of Ben's Nazi family, but he's too proud of it.
Okay.
Ben once told me the least part of his Nazi family is that the fact that they didn't own slaves as well.
Kind of you're making fun of the dead. Kind of making fun of my dead family there. My Opa died of cancer at the age of 83. Final hours were pretty sad.
Just proving that there is no God.
All right. Let's see here. I got something written down here. Toast jokes. Ed looks like every Southern racist minus the charm. That's kind of funny if you think about what racists look like.
I ain't opening doors for nobody.
Doesn't do it. Here's another hard-hitting one. Ed, we're such close friends. Seriously, you're so fat it's impossible to not be near you, because he takes up so much of the room. So you can imagine the logistics. Ed's so fat he has type 3 diabetes, which is one more diabetes than a type 2 diabetes, which is actually one of the worst ones.
Ben's like Frankenstein.
It is. That is a fact. That's a medical fact. I'm really getting you good now, Ed.
Ben's like Frankenstein if Frankenstein was on mood stabilizers and hammered all the time.
I'm sure Frankenstein felt that one. Good joke, Ed. Mary Shelley's really pissed. All right, here we go. Ed has 3 dads, one for each hole in his mom. So with that one...
I'm a special cocktail that was concocted inside of her.
So a man was in your mom's mouth and your butthole and her pussy.
I've changed skin colors 3 times.
All right. Let's see here. I only got one more on you, Ed, here, but I love this one. I just think it's so funny. Ed's a product of rape. Yep. That's true. This is actually a true story. One day in community college, his mother raped a toilet, which is funny.
I love that you assume my mother went to college.
Well, community college. I tried to bring some realness into the bits.
Hey, I got a riddle for you. If Ben Kissel fell down in the woods and no one was there, would anyone care to look for him?
I don't know why that's a riddle. The answer is yes. Feel free to find me. Whenever. I got some toast jokes here. All right. So do we make fun of people on the dais now?
Sure, Ben.
Oh, Nimesh is here. Nimesh Patel is here, everybody. I feel like, put your hands together for him. I feel like I see Nimesh every day, but that's just because I buy my coffee from Dunkin' Donuts.
Nimesh, what the fuck gives you the right to be so smug? Nimesh is to Hollywood what he is to Bollywood. Absolutely fucking nothing.
Oh. Not very nice there. A little mean-spirited to say about Nimesh there. All right, here we go. We'll do one on Mookie. Mookie Thompson is here, finally. Finally, Mookie is back in Long Island City. It's so exciting. If you take the M on a Mookie, you got Ookie. You replace the M with a C, you got Ookie Cookie, which is what they call your mom's pussy. An Ookie Cookie.
Mookie's head has more dents in it than Peter Dinklage's girlfriend's cervix.
All right.
Talking to... Hey, man, I wrote 40 jokes. Some of them are going to suck.
That's fine. But we'll see how many you actually wrote at the end of the night after.
Oh, man. Mookie looks like a Down syndrome Beastie Boy.
Oh, that's not bad. You know, Mookie also sounds like a Muslim slur. If you say the name Mookie, it sounds like a Muslim slur a little bit. Kind of fun.
Oh, man. No, but honestly.
Oh, here we go. I like this one here. Mookie has banged more questionable women. Oh, did I say questionable? I meant questioning. Yeah. They're always like, what did you put in my drink? Where am I? You know? What are you doing? Why is it all creamy with the sores and the creamy sores?
True story. The night I met Mookie, he banged a homeless woman.
That is true. That's true. That's
She honestly only had sex with him for a place to wash her feet.
Oh, yeah. No. I mean, it was really funny. Mookie banged a homeless woman because he wanted to sleep outside for a night, which was kind of nice. He didn't even have her over. Well, I'll tell you, we got to get to the man of the hour.
Yeah, enough with these fucking schmucks.
I agree,
We're
Eddie.
all here for one reason and one reason only.
That's right.
What is it, Ben?
No, you go on.
Kevin Barnett.
Oh, Kevin Barnett's here.
Come on out, you big fucking mook.
I want to say this. Well, I think that was just racist. I want to say this about Kevin is one of my best black friends. And it's really nice to hear.
He's Jamaican. What's up, buddy? How you doing? We got a microphone over there for you if you want to talk. You know, you can interrupt people. I know how you like to bomb people's sets and, you know, when you're not bombing your own. Kevin's comedy career is going to be shorter lived than Aaliyah's music career.
What happened to Aaliyah? What happened to her?
She's just bad in airplanes.
Oh, my God. I didn't know. Yikes. That's too bad. I like this one about Kevin, and then we'll bring some people up here. Kevin, he's a very religious man, and why wouldn't he believe in God? God gave him extra titties. Kevin has huge tits. And I'll tell you, every time he goes shirtless, a feminist gives him a high five because they think he's fighting the patriarchy and just letting those tits fly there. Big old titties on Kevin.
Just a little look into Kevin's past. When he was a kid, he had a subscription to Horse Illustrated magazine. I believe your Jamaican mother let you have that just so she can get the recipes.
Oh, that's kind of funny. That's a good one, Ed.
Kevin,
that was an ignorant comment, man. Horses are not native to Jamaica. Too mountainous.
Kevin, what does iguana taste like? Do you put it over rice or you just eat it off the stick?
You never know. You guys are going to love this one about Kevin's height. I'm serious. You know how Kevin he talks about butts, but he doesn't do anything with them because he doesn't know how to come right. And it's tough for Kevin to find women. You know, Kevin, he's so tall he doesn't go on Tinder, he goes on Timber, which is kind of a funny joke. Whoa, excuse me.
No,
Whoa,
he's
whoa,
just
whoa,
going
whoa.
to say it again.
Whoa. All right. Thank you guys. Let's get. Are you guys ready for a great roast? All right. Ready to go? The next comic coming to the stage. You're gonna.
First, get better at this.
Well, no, we are the first comics. We argue about this all the time. All right, the next comic coming to the stage. You're gonna love him. Put your hands together for Mookie Thompson.
Come on up, buddy.
Yeah.
I just blacked out, man.
Yeah.
I don't have a blazer. You guys give it up for Ben Kissel and Fat Triple H. That's Hunter Hearst hungry. Dude, if you were a Pokemon, they would call you Pikachu everything. You like that, right? I know it's summertime because Ben smells like someone lit a hot dog cart on fire and put it out with Jackie Snatch. You know? Yeah. She's squirting, man. Oh, man. Jackie, I don't know if I ever told you this before, but I think you are like the sexiest women alive. Unfortunately, your box is so rancid, Henry won't even hit that shit anymore. Okay. Yeah. Henry's an inspiration, man. He's shown the world that you can make it in Hollywood even with the build of a cheddar cheese biscuit. Dude, now that you lost some weight, your look matches your comedic style. Chris Farley's used condom. You look like they found you in the van at the bottom of a river. All right. But really, it's great to be here with you guys and the rest of the round people. Really, though, you guys are like the Bad News Bears of comedy. By that, I mean a bunch of fat, hairy gay guys who just tested positive. Oh, man, Wasted Potential is here. Mike Racine. Mike, you look like your dad is Christian Slater and your mom is Joe Pesci. Kevin Barnett, everybody. I don't know, man. You're the only person I've ever seen look worse with success. Kevin always wanted to be a jazz musician. Now he just has the body of a trumpet player who drowned in Katrina. The real reason we're here, though, is because Kevin has been blowing off all of his friends and family to take drugs and listen to EDM music. We're worried about you, man. You can't keep dancing away from your problems. But despite your fucking downward spiral, Kevin has managed to land himself an exotic woman. It's great. She's like Asian or something. I don't really know. But it does prove that once you go Asian, you get fat and complacent. But I think she might actually be Mexican, right? But that works too, because once you go Mexican, your friends never text again. It was good. That was two races, man. Rhyming. Lastly, I'll say this. Kevin, I know even though you're horribly addicted to Molly, you're still the same old Kevin deep inside. A fucking nerd. Not many people know this, but Kevin actually started a parkour club in college, proving that Kevin can climb walls, but he'll never break through ceilings. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm Mookie.
Mookie, he's the black Kevin Barnett. Kind of funny if you think about how Mookie wants to be. Mookie wants to be black so bad, he asked a cop to shoot him, but then the cop just gave him a baseball card. So because he's still white. There's a different relationship that white people and black people have with police officers, which was what that joke was beginning to discuss. So that will be at the bar after the show. The woman coming next. Now, Jackie is the bearded woman, and that beard's name is Doug Austin. That's her boyfriend. For those that don't know, Jackie has a podcast. It's called Sex and Other Human Activities. It's safe to say the other activities are slamming Coors Light and trying to convince a bunch of softball players that she's a lesbian. Kind of a funny joke there. Let's see. Jackie is the talented Zebrowski. Just the other day I saw her smoke 10 cigarettes in 15 minutes. So that's a lot of cigarettes if you take into account the time. Without further ado, Jackie Zebrowski.
Oh, man, it's hard to top that. I tell you what. Ed, Kissel, thank you guys so much for being the roast masters of this. Ed Larson got kicked out of Leonard Skinner for being too racist. And his smell, my God, my baloney has a first name. It's E-D-D-I-E. My baloney has a second name. It's lazy fat fucker. Got Holden McNeely here. He's a big fat idiot fucker. Never ask Holden if it's his time of the month, because he's very touchy when he's shedding his skin. He's a lizard. He's not a man. He's a lizard. Mookie sounds like the sound a rapist makes when he comes. Mookie! Mookie! Mike Racine, the only woman you respect is your father. That brings us to why we are here tonight. Mr. Kevin Barnett, why you Jamaican me do this roast? Yeah! Jamaican joke! Who cares about the microphone? The more money you get, the more you dress like a poor gay man. Every time I fucking see you, I'm worried, are you going to ask me oxtail or goat? Because that's a hard decision. People call you Bird Luger, but I think they're just too pussy to call you Bird N-word.
By the way, I would love it if people called me that.
We're too white to say it. But Kevin, remember when you used to get upset that people confused you with Michael Che? I bet you fucking wish that still happened. That's like confusing a steak with a pile of dried up cum. Kevin, I love you. You guys, thanks for having me on the dais.
How you doing, buddy?
Straight.
Fuck yeah. I got a question. What do you tell a woman with two black eyes? There's help for you out there, Mrs. Racine. Mike Racine is the 9/11 of conversations. I will never forget you, social terrorist. He has the mental stability of a Boko Haram jihadist. No, but everyone give it up for everyone's favorite racist, Mr. Mike Racine.
Jackie Zebrowski's here tonight. You know, Time Out New York recently put out a list of the 10 funniest women in New York City, and Jackie wasn't on the list. I can't imagine what that must feel like, not getting a hot dog on Free Hot Dog Day. You know? Like, how How did you not get? Maybe you just had to have a pulse. You know. Jackie, the only rolls Melissa McCarthy hasn't stolen from you are the ones that have margarine on them at the dinner table. Jackie's brother Henry is here. I'm not going to say that men are better than women because your resumes do. Henry, I know what it's like having a retarded sibling dragging you down. You know, their dad is a cop. People always talk about, cops and police brutality, but what about the stuff cops had to deal with, like having you for a son? I think Kevin approaches comedy the way he approaches jazz. It's about the laughs he's not getting. Kevin is the first in his family to go to college and bomb for 45 minutes straight. All right. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Let's see here. I'm bringing up, this guy. Now, this is a long-winded joke about the next performer coming up. Nimesh Patel. All right. So the best thing that happened to you, Nimesh Patel, was Stephen Curry winning the NBA title, because now people say you smell like Curry, you can assume they mean you smell like a champion. That's upbeat. That's an upbeat, positive joke. Put your hands together for Nimesh Patel, everybody.
Hello. Let's see. Ben, thank you for the introduction. I appreciate being here at the Creek in the Cave, or as I refer to it, the orphanage for comedians who aren't going to make it. It's good to be here. Shut up. I'm going to take my time because this is what people with money do. It's good. It's good. It's good. All right. This whole thing feels a bit early. If we'd waited a year, Friends of the People would have been canceled, and Barnett would have killed himself already, and we wouldn't have to be here. There we are. Ed, thank you again for being Roastmaster. You are... it's good to see that you've gained all the weight Henry lost. I don't know if that's a beard or Jeff Ross's bloody cum dried up on your face, but either way, it smells terrible.
Why does he have bloody cum?
It's just, I needed to make it red. You know? You have the personality of swamp ass. That's what I've written down. It really applied to any of you. And when I started writing these jokes, I texted Mookie, is it possible that these jokes would make me any more unlikable? He said no. And I said, challenge accepted. Now, Mookie, I'm here to say you're my favorite wigger. I really appreciate your presence. What does it feel like to be Malibu's most wanted? But Mookie, I relate to you. We've both seen our black friends see unimaginable levels of success, and still hear them complain about racism. You've made it, Kevin. Whitey did it for you. If anyone can complain about racism, it's Jeffrey Joseph, which I'm sure we'll hear him do every time he opens his mouth.
I ain't complaining about racism, man. I'm Jamaican. All I care about is fucking jerk chicken, dude.
You'll get your turn. Murder Fist is here, or are they? I don't know. Who gives a shit? I think you guys would get a lot further if you renamed yourselves what you really are, which is drunk, disgusting, sweaty dog pieces of shit. Each of you look and smell like you're covered in pus. Henry, I root for you because you're like the Michael Jackson of this Jackson 5. Because they're awful, and you're great, and also because you were clearly the one that got molested by Jackie, most probably. Jackie, I know you must be really proud to see your brother doing so well, and you must be ecstatic you no longer have to share bras with him. Speaking of tits, I don't know where yours start or end, but I do want to come on all of it. And I would if I wasn't so sure that your vagina would give me bed bugs. Holden, I don't know much about you, and I'm perfectly fine keeping it that way. But I must say that the glasses do a nice job of letting the world know you're a lesbian. And now for the man of the hour, Kevin Barnett, or as I like to refer to him, comedy's Don Lemon, just non-threatening enough. It's great that True TV gave you a platform. I'm glad that you and your friends were able to help True TV hit their affirmative action quota. I feel like your whole life has been a remake of Trading Places, where two rich fucks wanted to see what happened if they gave a black kid with dinosaur Tourette's a TV show. And it's good to know that Friends of the People isn't airing tonight because everyone who watches it is here. I'd like to say that I'm terribly mad at myself for even agreeing to do this horse shit. But Kevin, I'm proud to call you a friend, and I can't wait to see you squander all your money. Have a good night. I'm Nimesh. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Oh, a bunch of hot zingers and poppers have been levied out tonight. So far. All right. So, how you doing, Eddie?
I'm doing all right. Ben's got so much extra skin that he tried to donate it to a burn ward, and then they just threw up on each other.
I don't know. About all that. All right. Well, I will say I am actually only 6'2", but I'm just standing on 5 inches of loose skin. And that's what makes me 6'7", which is kind of fun. Now, there's a fella that we're about to bring to the stage.
Oh, yeah.
And we love him very, very much. So we do some jokes about him, huh?
Absolutely. Henry Zebrowski. He's recently just was asked to be on the TV show Heroes.
Yeah.
And he responded by saying, white sauce, hot sauce, please.
Wonderful joke about how they sound the same, but they're different. I love that. You reference the sandwich, and he's on a show. Henry's been filming Heroes Reborn. His superpower is eating a burrito in front of poor, hungry children. He's a
Henry's got a dad bod if your dad is John Candy's corpse.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of funny there. Kind of a funny joke about Henry's body there.
You have the fashion sense as a 14-year-old goth virgin, Henry.
Well,
everyone, please give it up for Mr. Henry Zebrowski.
Henry Zebrowski.
Ben Kissel is the true-to-scale model for the new Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore to the bar, because if he's sober, he starts crying. He's also huge, even from a distance. I'm not saying Ed is fat. I am. I'm not saying Ed is fat. But when he first saw the new Ground Zero exhibit, I remember Ed saying, "Oh, thank God it's a bathtub I can fit in." He's a chair terrorist. Ed's not fat. He's not fat. He's Ukrainian skinny. Can you believe that Ed Larson dates a very beautiful woman. Can you imagine he eats pussy? You know? I heard his girlfriend won't let hot sauce in the bedroom because she's afraid he'll become a cannibal. That's just a fun little thing. Mookie Thompson has the name of a guy in jail for drug dealing and the body and face of the son that dude abandoned. Holden McNeely is ugly and unsuccessful. You know, Holden, a lot of people talk about the bumps in your neck and about how they could be used like Braille, blah, blah, blah. But what everybody talks about is what the Braille actually says, which is, we're going to kill the host. Mike Racine, You have been really good friends with my Uncle Butch. He was a garbage man who touched my niece and eventually committed suicide. You guys are, like, really, like, close in personality. It's fucking weird. Jackie, my sister. You're beautiful. Jackie, you're like if Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman were put together into one person. Jackie's nickname was Miss Piggy back in college, not because of her weight, but because of how many times a week she would get fisted. I unfortunately know that to be true. Kevin, the reason for the season. Thank you so much. Friends of the People's your show. It's so great. Tell me, is Friends of the People, is that like a Make-A-Wish Foundation to a bunch of inner city kids? Or is that like a... You guys get that as a thing? I'm really glad you included the handicapped white kid and the girl with the big tits. I'm just really glad that I'm happy that it's like, as I get more fit from working out and you give up, our bodies are slowly becoming the same, except I can get a cab anytime I like.
Uber has saved my life, man.
Isn't it nice? Let's mix it up the pool. And Kevin, I just want to close with Kevin here used to be a Jamaican beef patty. Now he's just a Jamaican beef fatty. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, man. Not many people know this, but another little look back into Kevin's life. He actually went to high school with members of Murder Fist, and you also went to college with members of Murder Fist. But we didn't know him back in Florida because we were racist back then. And I miss those days! No, but Kevin never let success go to his head, you know, or his hats, or his shirts, or his shoes. Holden McNeely looks like a sloth with alopecia. Knowing Holden's the only fucking regret in my whole life. We're all dumber because you're in the room. Oh, man. Jeffrey Joseph. He used to write for In Living Color back before TVs were in color. You've been 40 years old for 20 years now. Mr. Jeffrey Joseph, everybody.
You know, this is a great group of people. I love Kevin. I love everybody here. I can't really say anything bad about anyone. I mean, Henry Zebrowski, he's been working his ass off. He got cast in a network television show, Heroes, where he's playing some kind of ghoul, and he didn't get hired because of his talent, but because they would save hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on makeup. Mookie Thompson, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. He was first up. Brave man took the bullet. What kind of dispirited white parents named their fucking kid after a character in a Spike Lee movie? Were they fucking to it and that's when they came? That's what I know. But I like your delivery. I like that whole Parkinson palsy thing that you keep doing the whole fucking time. Hopefully somebody was standing by with your medication. That's good. What's up? What you sweating for, man? You tell me I look 60 years old? My fucking balls look younger than you, man. Murder Fist. You motherfuckers look like murder carbs. Well, we all showed up for you, Kevin Barnett. We all showed up for you except for your actual friends. None of your actual friends showed up. Let me show you a text I got from one of his actual friends. I texted Josh Rabinowitz, that's his latest little white Josh friend. He gets a new white Josh friend every 3 years. I'm serious.
This is true. There was another Josh who, when I first moved there, named Josh Rothstein, and Josh showed up. I haven't seen him do it in years. He could be dead
So you
now.
get it. Josh Rothstein, Josh Rabinowitz, Josh Finkelstein is out there looking for you. So this is what this little fucking pussy says to me. I'm like, hey, hey, Josh, are you coming to Kevin's roast? Sadly, no. Unfortunately, I'll be out of town. That's so sad. You know, at least if I sent that same text to fucking Mike Rossini, he would have been, for that nigger? The other reason Mike Rossini is here is to prove he has a one black friend. Which he has to do now because that fucking killer Dylan Roof had one black friend. So... You fucking laugh like a psycho, man. Funny now, ain't it, nigger? Funny now. Oh, Kevin Barnett, the man of the hour. You look like if Puff Daddy had a vagina. That's you know, I love you, man. I was on his show. I was on his show twice. I didn't even have to audition for it, and none of you will either. I mean, Murder Fist was on it, just to show you who they're going for. But it was a great time, man. It really was. The reason I'm here is I'm, you know, most white people have a black friend. Well, I'm Kevin's black friend. Thanks for keeping it real, brah. I met Kevin. When did you come up here from Florida?
November 09.
Great, man. You missed all the incredible racism that's happening down there. I'm glad you got up here to survive. You brought racists with you, though, which is what I don't understand. But Kevin, I love you. You know I love you from my heart, man. I'm a fellow Jamaican brother, and you know we were the House Negroes, but I I still love you, man. Thank you so much for coming out for this.
So the next performer, and we're getting towards the end. We all know him. He's lumpy. He's sitting there in that purple little outfit there, that little get-up. He is he's a member of a group called the Cowmen. And, you know, I'll tell you, this started out as a joke. Everyone said, oh, the Cowmen, what a funny name. But then he gained so much weight, it's just accurate. He's a big, fat fucking monster, and nobody really likes him. Put your hands together for Holden McNeely.
All right, before I start throwing fucking barbs out there at everybody here tonight, I want to clear some shit up. Because everyone's fucking asking me, man. This is the last time I'm going to say this shit's right here tonight. Mookie Thompson is not a fucking retard. All right? We've heard some shit already tonight about it, okay? And I'm here to say right now, it's just because his mom smoked when she was pregnant with him, and she was a fucking prostitute. But he didn't have a fucking choice. You can only have one God, Namesh. I don't give a fuck which one it is, but you gotta choose one. Either it's the fucking six-armed bitch or the fucking talking elephant. It's a religion, not a Mortal Kombat roster. Holden McNeely's log gets all the dogs barking. But don't worry, ladies. Don't get near it, ladies, because he's taking no touchy-touchy. My baby's out there tonight. Come on, baby. Stand up and show him your fucking tits. Show him. Henry Zebrowski, or as I like to call him, Egg and Black Jacket. And everybody knows, Henry's ex-girlfriend's like a jar of Smuckers nowadays. Everybody gets a jam. Hey, everybody, it's Pat. Is it a boy? Is it a girl? Is it a dog? Who gives a shit?
No, but seriously, if Jackie was an animal, she'd be a bitchopotamus. Mike Racine's so mad and mean, he really puts the pissed in rapist. Ed Larson. I don't got a bad thing to say about you. Good dude through and through. And Barnett. If you were the dog in Old Yeller, everybody'd be fucking cheering at the end of the movie. Nah, but I was gonna get up here and say a bunch of bad fucking shit about you tonight. But actually, I'm gonna take this opportunity to hand you my resume. I wrote it down. My printer was fucking busted, so I wrote it down. But I just want to say we're in mixed company, so I got to speak in a bit of code to you right now. But what I want to say to you is I'm willing to jump the sinking ship. If you would throw me a life raft, I will happily set sail to the friendly island of the people. Kevin, a bunch of pussy bullshit about how we've been friends. Thank you so much for having me here tonight.
That was great, buddy.
I think we should get to the man of the hour.
Let's get to the man of the hour.
First of all, put your hands together for the dais, everyone.
So good.
So amazing. Thank you guys so much.
And I just want to say on a personal note before you get up here, buddy, thank you for letting us do this. We all love you so much, even though we love shitting on you even more. But you're an amazing human being, and I'm glad to be your friend.
Yes, we all love Kevin Barnett. Ladies and gentlemen, the man of the hour, Kevin.
I didn't ask for this. It's not my birthday. I didn't do anything. I was in New Orleans this morning doing way cooler shit than this. And I had to fly in to get roasted by portly white people, my grandfather, and an Indian who's failed at being black for several years. And then it's tough to do this roast, and the problem is, like, I make a lot more money than everybody, so it's hard to not make this sad. Other than Henry, it's very difficult. All right, let's see some shit that I wrote on this plane. All right, here we go. Holden McNeely, yes, you. Holden. Yeah, you got a dumb, shitty name, dude. I've never met anyone named Holden before, and now I know why. It doesn't work, and neither does any of your comedy. You moved to New York almost 10 years ago, and since then, your biggest accomplishment has been beating Red Dead Redemption. But seriously, dude, you have a horrible body, and that's not a joke. Do something to change your diet to some shit. I'm serious about that. I'm worried. All right, yeah, Jeffrey Joseph is here, which is interesting because I thought he died years ago. Jeff's coming out with an autobiography soon entitled The Man That Comedy Forgot. Jeff was in Scrooged, which is dope. That was a good movie. It's ironic, though, because the industry would call him the ghost of comedy who gives a fuck. Mike Racine, man, you're one of the first dudes I met when I moved up here, man. I feel like we've always lived near each other, and you've been always cool to hang out with. And I don't want to come up here because I felt like you always had a ton of potential. I don't want to come up here and talk about your failures because that would bum everybody out. But I feel like your achievements are just as good as your failures. So I'll say a few of those. Comedian Mike Racine is a great pasta sauce salesman. It's going real well. Comedian Mike Racine was also an incredible garbage man. And lastly, I'll say the comedian Mike Racine has great opinions on where you can get really good ham at reasonable prices. Jackie Zebrowski, you are, by definition, a horrible woman. We do the podcast every Sunday, and it's crazy because if I had to imagine what you look like just off of hearing your voice and the shit that you talk about, I would assume you look like Ed Larson. I'm embarrassed that you are a part of my life. I mean, what scares me the most is Jackie's been in this relationship with this dude, Doug Austin, for a long time, and it's going well. And there's a chance that, you know, eventually Jackie and Doug might have a child. And at that point, whatever comes out of that sarlacc pit that she calls a vagina is going to eat Doug and his family. Henry is also here, which is Jackie's sister. Henry. I got nothing bad to say about you, man. You make a lot of money, which I think is dope. All right, Ed Larson. Ed is a remarkable human being. I don't know if most of y'all know this, but Ed was born at the time as Florida's biggest baby ever, which is remarkable because he eventually became comedy's biggest disappointment. Ed's biggest credit thus far is being Jeff Ross's cousin. And he's been riddled with hernias and hemorrhoids. He's a man so disgusting that his body is literally trying to escape from itself. What else we got there? Rebecca was supposed to be up here. She's not. Rebecca runs the Creek and the Cave, which is arguably a business. The Creek is incredibly difficult to get to. It's always the trains are shutting down, the 7 ain't running, the G sucks. The Creek slogan, I think, should be the Creek and the Cave. Come for the burritos, stay because you literally can't leave. All right, Ben Kissel. He's a too tall, too fat waste of everything. As fat as Ben is, he used to be much fatter, so his skin is very loose and it hangs off of his body. In fact, right now, Ben's not wearing a suit. That's a tattoo. Ben is the hardest working, least booked comedian in America. One time, some bullies held down Ben and shoved one of his brother's trophies into his ass. This happened. And that's the closest Ben has ever come to winning something. Mookie Thompson's here. He's a good friend of mine. Mookie Thompson, his parents named him Mookie, which is an incredibly black name, because they didn't want him to be safe or employed. It worked. I once saw Mookie, as Ed said before, hook up with a homeless woman. We were sharing a hotel room, and she literally did wash her feet in our sink. Not the bathtub. She was in the sink washing her feet. Mookie saw this before they had sex, and he still fucked her. And upon seeing that, I couldn't believe I saw this homeless woman stoop so low. It was at her lowest moment. Nimesh is here. Nimesh, I always say Nimesh. He's always trying to correct me and tell me I got to pronounce it Nimesh. But I call him Nimesh because I don't respect him or his culture. Nimesh, honestly, man, you'll never be Aziz. I don't know if y'all knew this. One time I flew on a private jet with Aziz for us to do a show together. There's no joke there. I just wanted everyone to know that I'm better than them. And yeah, man, you know what? Honestly, again, thank everybody for coming. I guess I would rather have been in New Orleans drinking, eating these drugs. But I'm here, man, and that's cool. All right.
All right, that's the show.
That's
Let's all
the-
go downstairs and get mookie.
All right. Thank you guys so much for coming out. That's the roast of Kevin Barnett. Good night.